Hello, Sarah. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Kempo.
I'm very happy you be here. Today is your first teaching Dharma, yeah?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I'm really happy to invite you teach whole world because you are very good intention.
Oh, thank you.
You're a little bit nervous. This is very good first time teaching. That is normal, and actually you are not nervous. You're exciting.
Okay, I'm very excited then. Well, I'm Sarah, and I'm from the Las Vegas Sangha. And, well, I don't think Kempo said this, but today is the anniversary of Buddha Shakyamuni's first teaching, which was 2,935 years ago. And I will be teaching on positive and negative thinking. I want to first start off by saying that every single positive thinking, or every single present moment thinking, is either positive or negative. Now, you'll hear people say that it's neutral, but that's not true, because when you hone in on that particular thought, it might be very minute, but it's either positive or negative. Now, negative thinking is always going to be the cause of your suffering and the condition of all sentient beings suffering. Now, there's 5 types. Now, I want you to remember the most, that negative thinking is like your hand. And the 5 negative thinkings is always connected because it's always going to be the root. So it's 5 qualities of the same thing. And it's anger, jealousy, greed, pride, and ignorance. Anger is saying that I want to destroy your happiness. I don't want you to ever be happy because it's not cool with me that you're happy. I want you to suffer all the time. Jealousy is saying I'm suffering when you're happy. I don't like that Kempo is enjoying himself. He's enjoying the teachings. I don't like that. So I have to find a way to make him suffer, which arises in anger. And then you have greed. And there's 2 types of greed. Now there's chasing happiness and squeezing happiness. And chasing happiness, you're always on the then happy waiting list. You're always saying, well, I'll get that job and then I'll be happy. Or when I get this car, then I'll be happy. You're never going to get off that list if you're always going to say then happy. And if you finally do get something, you're squeezing it so hard and thinking, I can't let anyone else see this. I can't let anyone else enjoy it, because if they enjoy it, they're taking a piece of my happiness away. And I can't enjoy the whole happiness if they have a small piece of it. And then there's pride. There's hot pride and cold pride. Hot pride is saying, I'm so good, I don't need to change. I'm so amazing that there's nothing to make me better. And if there was something to make me better, then that'd just be craziness. That'd be chaos. That can't happen. And then there's cold pride saying, I'm so terrible. There's nothing worse than me. Nothing can get worse than where I'm at now because I'm absolutely horrible. Both ways you're thinking, my cup is so full. Well, it's not all the way full, but my cup is so full, there cannot fit any more in there. If you fit more in there, then that's just more chaos. You always want to remember your cup is never all the way full because you're single present moment thinking only. So you're always changing. There's no way your cup can be full, because if your cup was full, it'd be full of positive thinking and you'd be Buddha. Then there's ignorance. And there's ignorance of not knowing yourself, not knowing that you are single present moment thinking only, and then not knowing cause and effect. You're not knowing that for cause and effect, that the cause of your happiness is your positive thinking, or the cause of your suffering is your negative thinking. And you're also not knowing the effect it has on you and the effect it has on others. So I could be angry in this moment and it would affect Kempo, maybe not so much, but in a way it might affect him because he might be upset that I'm suffering. And the only way to antidote your 5 negative thinking is through the 5 positive thinking. There's renunciation, which totally antidotes your pride. Okay, your renunciation antidotes your pride because you're saying, I don't want this suffering anymore. I know where it comes from. My 5 negative thinking, that's what it results in. I only want my happiness, which is my 5 positive thinking. And so what you're doing, you're saying, well, I know I can change. I know I can be better. I know I can get rid of my pride. That's renunciation in the way it antidotes. And then there's compassion. Well, I know what my happiness is, and I know what my suffering is. I want Kempo to know that too, because he's awesome. I want all the people around me to know what their suffering is. You want them to decrease their suffering and the causes of their suffering. And that's the way that your compassion antidotes anger, because you're focusing on helping others instead of hurting them. You're focusing on increasing their happiness, not destroying it. And then there's faith. I like faith. This is awesome. Because you're saying, I believe in my positive thinking. My positive thinking totally annihilates my negative thinking. There's no way my negative thinking can win. Because it's totally fake, dude. That doesn't even work. Your faith is saying, well, did I say faith annihilates greed? Okay, let's go back. Faith annihilates greed because your greed's always looking for your happiness outside of you. And your faith is knowing that your happiness only comes from within. It only comes from your positive thinking. And then there's loving kindness or love. Love totally like an antidote to your jealousy. Your love is saying, well, I know where my happiness comes from. I want others to know that, and I want them to increase their happiness too. You're not thinking, oh, I want them to suffer. I'm happy when they suffer. You're saying, I'm happy when they're happy. I rejoice when they're happy because that's the way it is. That's the way it should be because they're realizing their true nature. They're realizing their true nature is their 5 positive thinking only, and they're getting rid of their obscurations of their 5 negative thinking. And then finally, you have wisdom, which is understanding Dharma, experiencing Dharma, and realizing Dharma. You're understanding your 5 positive thinking, you're understanding yourself, your single present moment thinking only, and you're understanding cause and effect. You're realizing that your 5 positive thinking is always going to be the cause of your happiness and the condition of all sentient beings' happiness. You're always, my happiness will affect you in a positive way, and you'll increase your happiness through that. That's your wisdom. 5 positive thinking is awesome.
Thank you very much. Your teaching is very clear. You're a very cool girl and learn more Dharma and teach Dharma. And you can help many beings.
Thank you, Kempo.
I really need many good teachers like you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah.